Another big thing you'll see on paellas, and it's crazy to me, they'll do whole mussels. Nothing wrong with that. I love whole mussels, but they'll tell you to add them way too soon. And they're cooking for like 15 or 20 minutes. Why would you do that? Like they take 3 minutes to cook. So, and those ones you see in the magazine where those beautiful mussels are all arranged on top, bull crap. They have not been cooked inside that paella. They have cooked them separately and they have arranged them on there. There's no traces of tomato and stuff inside those mussel shells. Those shells would be coated with your paella if they were cooked inside it, and they weren't.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you, because that's what happened. Everything was rubbery. All the seafood that was in that package, 18 minutes, and it was with the lid on.
absolutely.
It was horrible.
It takes 2 or 3 minutes to cook this stuff, right? And you'll see.
I knew that too, but I still followed the instructions.
Well, you're giving him the benefit of the doubt, and I appreciate that, right? He's the one that created the recipe. He's the one that made the package. So you're thinking, you know what? Let's give this guy, and he's Spanish too. So hey, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, right? What am I? I'm just some honky white guy. What do I know, right? But I'm telling you, folks, this is the way you do it. And if you want to add mussels to that, like whole mussels, I would literally steam them separately and then place them on the top for that beautiful presentation. Don't cook them inside there. Don't do that. They're not going to have that same presentation you see in a magazine. It's just not going to happen, right?
That was going to be my question about the mussels. So just do them on the side, throw them on top?
Absolutely. Yeah, and just put them on top. It'll look great presentation, nice black shells, and they won't be overcooked. It'll be beautiful, really well. So you'll see these people on Food Network and on TV, and they're making this paella and all this stuff, and they're cooking the prawns and the seafood for like 20 minutes. And I can't say this enough. What's that Canadian show that talks? Oh, Marilyn Denis. Okay, so when I had one of my books done, okay, I wanted to get on Marilyn Denis. Okay, so I contacted the producer. I talked to the producer, and I said I'd like to come on there. I got a new book. I'm willing to buy a copy for everybody in the audience. Let's do a big Oprah thing, right? Everybody, hey, look under your seat. Everybody's got a copy of, Cooking with Chef Des. Or they asked me, do you have a show? I'm like, no, I don't have a show. If I have a show, why would I come on your show? I wasn't rude like that. That's what I was thinking. I said, no, I've done like, Global and CTV and Shaw. I've done City Cooks a number of times. But I don't have my own show. Okay. I don't know if we can use you. I'm like, come on, folks. What's going on? Like, I'll pay for my flight there. You don't have to pay. There's no expense. And I had a demo reel and everything. Anyway, needless to say, I didn't get on. We saw a guy on there on Marilyn Denis. This was probably about 5 years ago. And my son at the time was 11. And he was watching this guy and he was making butter chicken. He says, Dad, come and look at this guy. He doesn't even know what he's doing. You know why he was on Marilyn Denis? I can't remember who he was, but he had a show and he had a pretty face. So I'm here to tell you, folks, that when you see somebody on TV making something, they're not on TV because they know the right way. They're on TV because they have connections, or maybe it is the right way. I'm not going to take away everything from them. Maybe it is the right way, whatever they're making. But don't just believe something because it's on TV. And that leads me to stores. I see my big green egg logo in the reflection. And I want to tell you something about retail stores too. Ravina, you have a question?
No, Dan wanted to say something to you.
Dan, go ahead.
You're very pretty.
Oh, thanks, Dan. Cheers to you, buddy.
All right. It's because you didn't have a TV show, why would you want to go on her show if you had a TV show?
Well, that's it. I couldn't understand that. Like, come on, folks. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I'm looking at my big green egg logo, and I want to remind you about businesses too, retail stores you go into. When a store is selling something, chances are, I'm not saying always, but chances are they're selling it because it's better for them to sell it. They're not looking after your best interest. They're looking after their best interest. And I'll give you an example. I can't tell you what the store is, but there's this huge barbecue store, a couple locations. They don't want to carry big green egg. Okay. They don't make enough money from it. They say, whatever the case may be, the warehouse is too far away. We are the best selling ceramic grill worldwide, sold in 50 countries worldwide. We've been doing this since 1974. Stores in the USA, if they get a chance to sell big green egg, man, they jump on it. So if you go into a store, I'm not just talking about big green egg, anything. If you go into a store and they're not selling a certain product and you ask them why, they'll have their excuses why, and this is better. I'm telling you right now, do your own research, whatever it is. I don't care if it's a pot, I don't care if it's a pan, I don't care if it's a barbecue, I don't care if it's a, asparagus. Do your own research. and buy what's best for you. You're the only one in your driver's seat, and you have to look after your best interests. I just want to give you that community service reminder that businesses are just that. They're in business to make money for themselves. Chances are, don't get me wrong, there's some businesses out there that do have your best interest at heart. I try and run my business that way for you guys, have your best interests at heart. But there's a lot of businesses that don't run your business that way, and you guys have to be aware of that.